Welcome back. Supporters of Thailand's embattled caretaker prime minister held a major rally today on the outskirts of Bangkok. The demonstration was aimed at countering months of anti-government protests and an increasing spate of legal challenges that could bring down Yingluck Shinawat's administration. Organizers decided to hold the rally on the outskirts of Bangkok for safety reasons. When the pro-government red shirts gathered en masse downtown in November, shooting broke out and 5 people were killed.
U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry says it's reality check time in the faltering peace process between the Israelis and Palestinians. It's his most pessimistic take yet on the Washington-led peace effort after nearly 9 months of frustrating talks achieved little progress.
There are limits to the amount of time and effort that the United States can spend if the parties themselves are unwilling to take constructive steps in order to be able to move forward. So we intend to evaluate. They say they want to continue. Both parties say they want to continue. Neither party has said that they've called it off, but we're not going to sit there indefinitely. This is not an open-ended effort, never has been. So it's reality check time. And we intend to evaluate precisely what the next steps will be.
The focus now is we really want to avoid a crash. We don't want to undermine the American efforts. We don't want to undermine Secretary Kerry's efforts. Every possible effort is being exerted now in order to make sure that the aim is still the aim. The aim is to achieve 2 states on 1967 where the state of Palestine can live in peace and security with the state of Israel.
Locally, again, the Secretary for the Civil Service has sought to allay fears a proposal to extend the retirement age for government workers would lead to favoritism and hinder the promotion prospects of junior staff. Paul Tang also says existing checks and balances could be further strengthened to increase transparency. Joel De Silva reports.
The local workforce is projected to begin shrinking in 2018, and the city's biggest employer is thinking ahead. The government is pushing forward with a proposal to extend the retirement age of newly recruited civil servants from 60 to 65. It is also considering more flexibility for senior workers who want to stay on after reaching the current retirement age. But civil servants fear this will hinder the promotion prospects of junior staff and lead to favoritism.
Better be prepared.
Paul Tang says he's very aware of these concerns. He stressed the need to make this process more transparent.
At the moment, we do have a similar system, which the departments approve short-term extensions lasting 90 days or so. Beyond that, they need to ask for our endorsement. So whether we should continue this system or maybe even strengthen this sort of system, I think this is something we can continue to consider.
Tang added that staffing difficulties are being felt especially in smaller specialized government departments where besides an expected increase in the number of retirees, there is stronger private sector competition. So besides extending the retirement age, the government is considering additional ways to fight the problem.
Because we believe that some colleagues, they may be prepared to continue to serve the government, but they not be attracted to holding the same positions because they have other things they want to pursue in their lives. So they may actually be more interested in working, for instance, part-time or working on part-time or time-limited projects.
As to the additional financial burden that increasing the retirement age of civil servants may bring upon public finances, Tang said that's a factor that will certainly be weighed during the 4-month public consultation. But he insisted money should not be a problem. Joel De Silva, TVB News.
A masterpiece by famous Italian artist Caravaggio is now on display here in Hong Kong. But as Vicky Kung reports, some believe the turnout has been less than satisfactory.
The one I like the most is the Support and Mirrors.
I like mysterious paintings. I like how he paints in a light and dark effect.
It makes me want to use the white and black to draw more painting.
But since Caravaggio's Supper at Emmaus went on display here in Hong Kong last month, it has only drawn about 18,000 visitors.
I'm already celebrating. Why? Because this is already our highest attended exhibition ever. Our highest attended exhibition was a little bit over about 16,800 for our first exhibition. That was 2 years ago. So that shows you the growth, the interest.
Asia Society, who helped bring the painting from Milan, has set a goal of attracting 40,000 visitors. But with the show closing in about a week's time, there are fears the target won't be met, even though the exhibition is free. Cultural critics we spoke to blamed that on elitism and a lack of publicity.
The response is rather disappointing. I don't really want to blame the audience. The problem comes larger. Well, if you want to increase the participation rate, then you have to do publicity. So it's a matter of setting your target. If this is only a small circle activities for a few elitist individuals, then there's no need to do publicity.
But Asia Society insists that it has been trying hard to reach the local population by, for example, setting up a trilingual app.
They can think of us as an elite institution, but not an elitist institution. There's a difference. Being elite, I think, is good. It's like being good, being number one. But elitist, sometimes people think we look down on people. I think that's not really a fair statement.
As part of Asia Society's efforts to connect to the Hong Kong public, it has also invited local artists to exhibit pieces inspired by Caravaggio, such as this version of The Supper at Emmaus by Chow Chun-fai. The exhibition runs until next Sunday. Vicky Kung, TVB News.
Next, paying respects to the dead. People made their way to cemeteries and columbaria around town all day today to honor their deceased loved ones. Vicky Kung again.
It's time to sweep the graves. At the Diamond Hill Cemetery today, families brought along various items to honor the dead. Kids as young as 4 years old took part in the annual Qingming ritual.
We brought some food.
Yeah, some apples, some tea.
And some alcohol.
Some alcohol.
And we brought some goodies to burn to Gong Gong, right?
Yeah. And we got a giant bag of different kind of stuff.
I bring paper money and flowers for my grandfather.
Burning paper offerings is an essential part of Qingming Festival. People believe the more they burn, the more their ancestors will get. But it's not just about the quantity. This year, some shops are offering the latest versions of smartphones, some of which are even newer than the one that I'm using. But there are also those who prefer not to burn paper offerings.
Bring some flowers for them, except burning things, because I'm a Christian.
Many people also flocked to Hong Kong to pay their respects to their loved ones. Here, urns are being stored in many buildings on a temporary basis. Residents have complained about the burning of offerings in the area. Now, for the first time, the Food and Environmental Hygiene Department has set up a large-scale burner at a funeral home for public use. Vicky Kung, TVB News.
All right, Chris, what do you have on tap for us today in sports?
Something you might like, I think, is basketball, yeah? Your favorite? Upstart Toronto Raptors making some noise as the regular season winds down in the NBA. The Raptors beat the Indiana Pacers Friday night and are currently seated third in the Eastern Conference. Jameson Wong has more.
Anyone need an American spacesuit? Or perhaps the Russian model spacesuit is more to your liking? Some moon dust to go with that? This is a sale for space buffs keen to own a piece of history. A New York auction house is featuring close to 300 artifacts related to decades of international space exploration. The items include shiny spacesuits, flight items from the Apollo missions, lunar-flown American flags, photographs, and personal effects of astronauts and cosmonauts. The auction will be held next week. And that is a wrap of our news. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Good night.
Hello.
Hello everyone, it was mainly fine today. At 5 p.m. a relatively dry northeast monsoon was affecting southern China. Up until 5 p.m. today's temperatures ranged from 18.2 to 24.7 degrees. And the current temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. The fire danger warning is red and the fire risk is extreme. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? It will become cloudy. There will be rain and a few squally thunderstorms. Temperatures will range from 18 to 22 degrees. There will be some more rain later on this week. Tomorrow's air quality health index will range from low to high, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 7. Now here's the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai and Xiamen, showers in Taipei. Showers in Guangzhou, thunderstorms in Macau, cloudy in Chengdu. Sunny in Beijing and Seoul, showers in Tokyo. Thunderstorms in Bangkok, rain in Ho Chi Minh City, sunny intervals in Manila. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, rain in Jakarta. Sunny intervals in New Delhi, sunny in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, showers in Nairobi. Thunderstorms in Brisbane, showers in Sydney, sunny in Melbourne and Auckland. Sunny in Toronto and New York. Rain in Vancouver, sunny in San Francisco and Los Angeles. Showers in London, Paris, Amsterdam and Zurich, cloudy in Frankfurt. And that's the weather. Have a great evening.